Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to VP4TV. Good evening, good afternoon to Steve.
Good evening, good afternoon.
I am still receiving the aftermath of last night, all from Semi-Pro, of course, whom I have belittled.
Well, he said, he said because Albin really jumps well and, all this stuff, and I'm sure all that's true, but I still think it's a bad decision because there's no guarantee he's getting over the ball. There's no guarantee he's making the ball. There's no guarantee if he makes the ball, he's getting shape. I mean, it's a tough shot. I would always let my opponent shoot that. I mean, it's not like the ball was sitting in front of the pocket.
Yeah, I think what's annoying Semi is my interpretation of the lead up to Semi-Pro deciding to take the jump that Albinario was stringing him out to dry. I don't know how the other viewers saw it, but that's how I interpreted it at the time when he faked to do a jump and then didn't do it, and then Semi-Pro had that in his mind, and then he decided to choose to jump. Of course, he had the privilege to give it back to Albie and ask him to do it, but like Semi told me, he said he was scared of giving it back.
Okay, Semi-Pro, this is basic math. So let's say that Albin makes this jump shot 60% of the time, and you make it 30% of the time. Well, if you give it back to him, you have a 40% chance of winning. If you shoot it, you've got a 30% chance of winning. So, I can't see shooting that shot just because you think Albin jumps well. It wasn't that easy. There's no guarantee he's making the ball. There's no guarantee he's getting shape.
True. Yeah.
I mean, it's just watch the pros play on TV. See how many times they pass back the jump shot. It's almost every time, unless the ball's sitting really good.
Well, the thing is that obviously that next rack was I'm sure it was the next rack where Albie put Semi in a snooker where he was hooked and then he had to jump or kick, and he did everything but actually fought that one, so he was unlucky there. It was a far better execution of the jump that he actually did in that second jump, but ultimately,
well, he almost had to jump that ball, and it was a good ball to jump it. The shot wasn't that hard, and he hit it good. It just didn't go in.
Yeah. Anyway, here we are, one boss side match. winkatme arrived in the lobby a little bit earlier. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Bill, Mark, Semi-Pro, everybody else that's watching.
It's not that big a deal, Semi. It was just a big turning point in that match. I mean, that basically ended up being the match because Albin broke and ran 2 more racks.
Yeah, 16 all. It was the start of the downfall. 3 racks in a row for Albinario that won him the match. But anyway, we live to fight another day. We've got winkatme on the right-hand side, Larry on the left, race to 13, and here we go with the lag. Yeah, it was a bloody good match. Of course, you're nothing to be ashamed of, embarrassed about.
Yeah,
I mean, all I'm doing is just creating a bit of drama in my interpretation of the way I've seen it. I mean, you don't take anything into it. I mean, look at the amount of times I rip into Larry, and Larry's never ever let anything like that bother him. He's never came to me and sent me messages saying you've said this, you've said that.
Look at this bad roll.
Yeah, not a bad roll. Perfect break, scratch.
Boy, what a bad roll. So, Semi, look at it this way. When 2 players play a really good match, there's not a lot of mistakes made. What happens is it comes down to key moments. So, of course, the commentators are going to emphasize those key moments, whether you agree with them or not. Or, I mean, that's why we talk about it, because you guys played so good, there really wasn't much to talk about other than look how good they're playing.
He took it personally. Oh dear, I've upset him again. I mean, I'm saying, how many times do I rip into other players? I mean, Larry's probably had it worst out of anybody when I think about it. It never bothers Larry. It goes in one ear and out the other. Because he knows I'm as big an asshole as anybody else. You know, it doesn't bother him. And that's exactly what it should be. You shouldn't let anything like that bother you. It's purely entertainment and having a laugh. But it's not having a laugh at somebody's expense. It's just purely my interpretation of the way I was thinking how Albie's mind was going, and obviously how your own mind was going. And you basically told us. You said exactly what I thought. You said what I thought. You thought Albie would jump at you, and that's why you did it. And mentally unstable.
Yeah. You got to realize,
yeah.
Well, you wouldn't understand this. I was thinking, you're getting Johnny Miller here, because he'd tell it how he saw it, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not, nobody's going to hire us for TV nowadays.
No. Don't upset the natives.
Yeah.
If I see it as shit, I'll call it as shit. I've always said that, and whether you like it or lump it doesn't matter to me. It's how I see it. Anyway.
Watch out. And there goes the scratch on this break.
That's brilliant. What a start this is. I mean, it can only go downhill from here then, can't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was a bad roll. I mean, because it didn't get kicked in like Larry's did, but he just got the cue ball going back a little high.
Well, let's hope they get all the crap out of the way early on, and then we might have a match. But this is a little bit of a puzzle because things are a little bit crowded, and it's going to take a little bit of tweaking about here just to avoid running into things and covering yourself up with something. So you got to be careful. I mean, obviously the 3-ball is a wee bit tricky straight away here. Now Larry's left it short straight away as well, so he's already in trouble.
Yeah, he's got funny right off the bat, which isn't what you want to have happen with ball in hand.
Yep, there you go. That's what happens. You just get out of line, you get in trouble, you end up in a hole. And well, I was going to say he's maybe got away with it, but he hasn't. He'll be in trouble.
Well, he's going to get saved here. I mean, this is. He's playing the 2, which are the 9, which is. No, he was just playing safe there.
Has he left an edge of that?
He has left the edge of it. Yeah, he has. And Larry can hit this edge and put the 2-ball right over by the 5.
Yeah. Well,
he hit it kind of hard.
He did hit it like a sledgehammer.
Wow, he made the ball.
And he's flicked the ball and he's going to 2-9 combo the guy. I mean, this is a right kick in the stomach to winkatme. This is Larry going to pot this in the side? Go ahead, play the combo. I mean, this combo's dead easy, even at distance, and it's got a good margin of error. You don't need to hit it hard. He's drawn for safety though. Maybe he did have the right idea hitting it hard because he's got lucky.
Yeah, well, I mean, combos are. You shoot that kind of combo, it's easy to, if you miss it, to leave the 9-ball hung by the pocket and then lose. So hitting it harder avoids that.
Oh, hang on a minute. I think winkatme's giving it back to him.
Yeah.
Well, Larry might kick this in if he gets the line right.
No, he can't kick it. And
you don't think he can kick it in?
No, I think he can get a edge of the 2-ball, but I don't think he can kick it in.
The way.
Yeah, he can get the right edge of the 2-ball. Problem with that is he might scratch.
Mm. Well, I was right. He would have potted it, but maybe
that's a foul.
What the hell did he do there? Oh, he hasn't hit a rail.
He didn't hit a rail.
Right.
No.
So winkatme, I feel, is in a bit of a man with a mission. He's had 2 reasonably good. Well, Slim. Who was the other ones? He had Slim. He took him out.
And Keith.
Yeah. So I mean, winkatme's coming out of his shell a little bit.
Yeah, that was a little surprising that he beat Keith.
This is just going to fill that gap nicely. Now, it's a bit straight though. You might have to just... what's he doing? Drawing back into the... Oh no. Well,
I'm just going to take this there.
I don't like this so much.
No, this isn't bad. Just got to decide which part of
See,
side of the eight.
that's why I don't like it, but he might be getting lucky again as well.
Yeah, I think players must have a little more trouble with that shot in VP than real life, because in real life, you know, you're just not going to hardly ever miss that shot.
I can't remember who beat winkatme. I mean, I could go look, but I mean, I have no clue. Somebody will remember. And by the way, anybody that's watching, we've got, what, 13 watching at the moment. There's probably more to come. But whoever Keith is on Facebook that sent a friend request, because there are two mutual friends with him, and I sent a message saying, "Who is this?" I got a reply, but all it was emojis and no information, so I just deleted it. You know, unless I know who you are, I'm just gonna ditch you. I don't know who it was. Well, Keith. Speak of the devil, Keith's arrived in the room. Another Keith, that is. Well, somebody's going to win this rack now. Larry's got a wee bit of work to do here, stuck to the rail. This has got a bit of travelling to do, this cue ball.
Well, he can't make this. I mean, I would hit.
He can't see it. Oh no, he can't even see it.
I would hit this to the fourth rail.
Yeah,
3
I thought
rails
he could get to
the end rail. He looks like he's trying to bank this. This is not gonna. Oh, he's trying to hit it.
Well, I like the pace. I like the pace in this, by the way. It needs to slow up. That was very well judged, apart from the fact he might have left a cut.
I'm not call that a crazy shot.
Yeah,
because,
a bit crazy, but it almost came out. Welcome to his
I mean, it came out pretty good, but that was a crazy shot.
Welcome to Keith. Keith's obviously here to cheer winkatme on. Well, Larry obviously thought he could get by that, but clearly not. So this for 2-0. One each, sorry, not Larry. Winkatme, I'm getting mixed. See, this is what happened. I look at the chat.
Why is Keith cheering for winkatme?
Because Keith got scalped by winkatme. You just mentioned it, didn't you?
Well, what does that matter? You think because...
Yeah.
You think if winkatme goes on and wins it, then Keith feels better because
yes, of course
the guy lost it? Man,
of course he does.
You have got a warped value system.
He's here to wish him all the best.
Is this going to get there?
Yep. Well, this has been hard work to get to win a piece.
Yeah.
And the other thing to mention, we did have that match earlier on today, which I was watching the senior snooker. I wish I hadn't now that I say it. But I was watching the senior snooker this afternoon. We had the match between Acero and Balls. It ended up being closer than I thought it would. Acero won out 13 racks to 9 on that one loss side. So Acero marches on. Actually, I want Larry to win the whole thing for all his trackball users. Now, right, you are, Keith. I can see you with a trackball. I know what you'd do with that. You'd hook it onto one of your little model aeroplanes and go and drop it from a big height. That's what you do with that once you try a trackball.
Well, this could be a quick game.
Well, it certainly will be if he just lets this roll out. I don't think he's going to try and do anything heroic here.
I think he'll stun it across.
You think he's going to stun it? I think I would.
I do.
Yeah, well,
it was kind of a stun roll forward.
Yeah, it was a sort of half-hearted attempt at it.
Well, I think he was afraid of going across into the side pocket.
Yeah, this is not easy. This. Yeah, he's got to get a slight cut in this free ball. Oh, that's perfect. He didn't hang about.
Well, Larry takes a commanding lead.
Well, it's the usual thing. Is he going to be allowed to build on it, or are we back to square one?
Well,
this doesn't looking good.
This is not looking like a ball's going in.
No. Now, What's winkatme thinking here? Is he thinking trying to duck over by the 4? Yes, he is. How does that look from his end?
I like the idea. He didn't really get there, so.
Now, do you put loads of left English in this, Steve, and try and go with the 2 rails and come up behind the 5 and 6? Something like that?
I wouldn't hit it that hard. If I was going to go left English, I don't like that because you're going to leave a bank if you hit it that hard. I would probably try to pull it back.
He's got the idea. Well, you actually brought it right into play. Yeah.
Well,
maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Maybe you're right.
Well, how the 2 ball was sitting, it wasn't going to sit there at that kind of angle.
Well, it also looks like where that 5 ball's sitting, there's a strong chance that the cue ball might be running in towards the 6, because of course the 6 is blocked by the 8 unless it's going up table. So there might be a bit of working out to do here in a minute or two. And especially where the 4 ball is, you look at where that 4 ball is, he's going to get work to do to get down here. He might be best playing a bank in the 5.
Well, you can shoot the 5 in the side and move the 6, or you can play the bank. I mean, it just depends. You know, a lot of times in this kind of situation, you'll play to get the 5 in the side, and if you don't get on it good, you do something else.
He's absolutely bolt straight in this. He's bolt straight. He might go for the VP4 escape route.
No, well, that would be a mistake.
Yeah, big
because it's too risky.
Well, I don't think he can do anything else. There. He's got to drop this in and play a 6-8 combo.
Yep, you're right. I mean, he doesn't really have a lot of options with the angle he's got. But that should be pretty easy combo. I mean, that 8 ball is pretty close to the pocket.
Welcome to LF3.
All Larry, aren't we? Well, I don't really root for players, at least not publicly admitting to it.
She's a bit straight, so again, it's all about the judgment of the draw, and that's not really got there.
Well, that wasn't particularly good.
She's a toughie.
You know, it's one of those you just got to make. He's probably going to play the 9 ball in the same pocket. I think he needs a touch of left English to get on the 9 ball really good. Not a lot, just a little.
Well, you've got to watch the pace of this and the line that it's taken, provided he gets a 7, obviously, and he hasn't.
Well, he is not.
And well, he actually ended. Well,
he hit it too hard, and he missed the ball. And other than that, it was good.
So Larry now is that chance of the daylight that we're talking about, that little gap to build on if he can. Well, provided he gets this in the hole, and he hasn't, and that's a complete disaster.
I don't like how he shot that because he used draw on it. I would have used just English. Probably no draw if I was a little.
I think he's actually left in exactly the same spot.
It's a little different. He's going to use a little English and go on the other side of the side pocket. You kind of got to make a decision which side of the side pocket you want to go on. The far side's always better if the shot's there.
Yeah, I think even early on this could be going a fair distance. This match, 13-10, says semi-pro to Larry.
I don't know if Larry subscribes to the theory of I don't want to use English because it makes you less accurate, but the reality of pool is that English is very helpful in moving the cue ball, allows you to not move the ball so hard. You know, cut shots, you got to use English off the rail because draw doesn't do much, and that's a smart shot. Is he going to get it?
Well, it's coming out.
He is.
It's coming out.
Nope, came out.
Pot is on. There's nothing much to get from the pot, to be honest with you, though.
That doesn't mean you got to use crazy amounts of English. I mean, sometimes it comes out. But if you watch really good pool players, they all use English. They all use it quite a bit. It's not like snooker where they try to stay away from it. Pool players use a lot of English, and that's well done there. So what's he gonna do now?
Well, that's the thing. You know, you pot the one. You're not really at a great advantage, especially where this two's sitting. You're obviously trying to stick it.
He's going to do the right thing. The problem is he didn't do it well enough.
Well, he's
because
not
you got to get that.
He should have been right in the 6.
This isn't. It's an easy kick.
Yeah, he'll probably billiard onto the 6 with the cue ball here, maybe, or he might cut it. No, he has billiarded it.
You could kick it either way. If you're going to shoot that safety on the 2, you got to get it locked on top of the 8 ball, so that shot can't happen.
Well, guess what Larry's doing now? I mean, is he going to go for the run out, or is he going to?
No, he's gonna play safe, I would think.
Well, yeah. This is just a little jab. See, even that wasn't great, Larry. That was terrible. That was absolutely awful to execute that shot. That's just a little jab, and it kills it stone dead. And the cue ball's sitting there loose, and he's actually given a chance to winkatme to get this back out here. That was really bad.
That's another shot I find
that's
harder in VP than real life. Real life, that's like a guarantee. VP, you know, you can do what Larry just did.
It's a lot harder with a trackball mouse, Steve. That's all I'm saying. It's dead easy with a normal mouse to play that. If you've got it set up properly, where you're comfortable, you'll play that no problem. You'll play it every day. You'll never make a mess like that of it. And yet Larry's back in. winkatme couldn't take the opportunity. And Larry's just struggling to find a line here. He's got a pot though.
Yeah, he's okay. He's got to decide where he wants to shoot the 4 ball. Side pocket's pretty natural, but you got to hold it a little. You get behind the 5.
He decides to play. Where's the cue ball going?
Oh. I'm not sure what he decided to play.
And this is getting uglier by the minute.
I would have definitely put the cue ball on the other side of the side pocket. I mean, he had plenty of room there before he got to the 5.
Well, this is probably better that Larry just lets us roll in and the cue ball roll out, because the chances are he's going to have the 5
It's going to hit the 7 ball.
Yeah,
no, it's going to hit the 7. Well, yeah, he missed the ball.
Andy's got the backup safety in place. So Larry's got a roll there. Well, let's just say that the standards in this match so far bear nothing on what we witnessed last night. That's all I'm saying.
Well, and the luck is given back the other way. Double kiss on the 4 ball, and look at this. Larry got nothing.
Mark says I'm like a broken record. Of course I am. Especially if you watch it often enough.
This kick is tricky because of where the 8 ball is. I'd still try to kick and stick this. I don't see too many players try that in VP. Larry tried to kick and stick it. I think he needed more draw, though.
How's that look up top?
Well, that was a pretty good attempt by Larry.
He could have done with getting himself a bit better onto this 5 ball. I think he tried the billiard there. I think that's what he tried.
He did. And wasn't a bad idea, but wasn't hit well enough.
Right,
all right,
so
Larry.
The bank or the cut, what's he doing?
I would always cut this. I'd never bank this.
Who the hell's Blue Cheese? Good evening.
And he's overcut it. So
somebody's going to win this, that's all I know.
What I want to know is who's progressive pool?
Well, and that's what I meant to ask you, Steve. I thought you said you were taking him out the cowboy, and I looked at
I did.
And he signed back up again.
Like 2 minutes later, I think he was on the stream, or
He might-
Cobra told him, because remember Cobra was saying, "Oh, well, maybe he wants to be, maybe it's Cobra with another account, which will get him kicked out of the tournament."
Oh, Blue Cheese's brain fell out there. That's really going to bloody confuse me. And how did you come up with a name like Blue Cheese? Well, this shouldn't be that difficult. Just to roll in, and you're on the 9
Well,
for a 3-2 lead.
These guys keep making mistakes. I mean, it's been a less than perfect standard in this match.
Stinky cheese. That's what you should have been called. This looks dry again. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, 5 ball. Thought about it. And 1 ball's tied up behind the 4. So Larry could easily just push over to the 9 ball side and leave the edge of the 1. Or he could do there and leave the edge of the 1.
So I think I'll probably get this back.
Yeah, I would definitely give him it back.
It's tricky. I mean, you can thin the 1, but you got to get by the 6 ball, and it's tricky. I'll be surprised if he doesn't give it back.
Yeah. Have a go, Larry. Winkatme's not interested. Oh, this is terrible. No. This is terrible, this.
That's why he tried to thin it. That was no good.
That's why he gave him it back.
I thought the push was pretty good, but I didn't like the shot he ended up taking. I thought you had to try to thin the 1.
Well, now everything's good here for Winkatme to get a 2-rack lead. It will be a fail if he doesn't get this done.
Larry's just starting slow. Larry will get it rolling.
Well, he wants to get it rolling sooner rather than later. So this 5 ball been in the pocket. This is a little. Now the fact that he's going there makes it a lot simpler because now he just chips the edge and straight off the rail and up.
Yeah, even if he hits the titty there, he's okay. Sometimes with tables with really deep shells, you can get situations where your only option's a draw shot. Like on diamond tables, you can get balls so deep in the pocket that you don't have the option of that. Hit the edge of it. You've got to draw it out of there.
That's exactly what I was thinking there. That, it looks simple that the 6 ball's over the pocket, but you don't want to be shooting it straight in and having to draw for position. Even though the next ball was relatively close, or was it the 5 ball that was over the pocket? You much rather have some sort of angle where you're just chipping the edge of the ball, and it's much easier to control the cue ball. So this 9 ball's in the way here. And that's why the 9 ball was in the way, and he tried to take evasive action.
I didn't think the 9 ball was in the way. I thought,
well, it was playing in his mind, so he was trying to avoid it, but he actually ended up stunning it straight across into the corner. So Larry's got off the hook. I think he was scared about just letting it go the rails there and trying to get tight into the corner to avoid the 9. And
all he had to do was go forward with little right English. It wasn't going to hit the 9.
Well, I see, this is what I'm talking about. Even that situation there, that 9 ball played on Winkatme's mind. That's exactly what he was thinking. This 9 ball's bugging me, I'm going to hit it. And he decides to take evasive action that he perhaps didn't really need to and paid the price for it.
You got to know where Whitey wants to go. Boy, in this country, you probably get in trouble for saying that.
So, 3 apiece. And,
oh boy.
Well, you start doing that, you're in trouble. And that, I mean, could you do any worse than that? Miss the pot and straight in with the cue ball.
I would consider just locking him up on the 3 and knocking the 1 over for the 1-9 combo. I would have seriously considered that. Because you talk about trying to play on people's minds. Okay, look. The table, the 4 ball's kind of tricky. I mean, this table, can it run out, but it's not like super straightforward. You lock them up on the 3. You put the cue one ball over by the 9. You might get a gimme.
Now there you go. There you go.
If anything, you know, you're playing with a guy's mind. Now, as a player, you shouldn't let that bother you, but it bothers some people when a guy gets ball in hand like that, and the first thing he does is lock it up and try to play the 1-9 combo. A lot of people, you know, oh, why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? You know, a lot of people think about things funny.
I mean, Larry made the decision to go for the run out, and he collided with the 9. Yeah. That stopped him getting over to the left rail for the full shot in the 4.
Well, the other thing is maybe the 1 ball rolls up on the 9 or something gets funny, and winkatme misses it, and now he's on 2, and you play for the 3 foul.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, some of the stuff that winkatme's done just in recent times there is like when he shows up now and again for Friday night 9 ball, it's like the good, the bad, and the ugly that you get all in one session.
Yeah,
so he needs to get that out of his system.
That was good, because that was a fine shot there.
Yeah, so Larry trying the old jump shot. He gets the hit. This is going to come out behind the 6 and be sitting very nicely for winkatme to redeem himself here with a table that he simply must be getting out.
Yeah, winkatme's not that consistent. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to be consistent in pool. That's the hardest thing there is. I used to think that playing under pressure was the hardest thing because I couldn't. But once I figured out how to play under pressure, then I found out the hardest thing's being consistent. It's hard to come out and play good every match.
Well, he's got himself reasonably good in the 7.
And it's no different in this. Even Albin struggles some matches, but, you know, Albin's struggles are a lot better than most people's good game.
Good evening to WizKid.
Yep, evening, Lee. Well, these guys are joined at the hip.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of matches like this where it just seems like it's tie score every other game.
They don't want to get away from each other, and then when they do have the chance to give it back.
Yep, I mean, yesterday's match was like that. Albin and Semi-Pro, those guys were tied at the hip.
So, winkatme has the advantage of the break, and the cue ball's going south again. Unbelievable.
This is the exact same break he hit a few racks ago, where, you know, he got the cue ball too high on that cut break, and it went across in the other side pocket.
So Larry's committed to the run out. Again, the 3 to the 4 is going to be tricky unless you just roll in the 3 in and you know, because the 4 I think is tight past the 9. Where are you potting the 4? Unless you're up top to play the 4 into the corner. This is well, he's got to get out of there for a start.
I would come up and try to shoot it in the corner. If you roll too far, you can shoot it in the side.
He's trying to miss the back of it.
He's trying to go past it, and that's not bad either. I mean, he's fine. He's got a choice of side or corner still.
The problem with that is the cue ball's running loose. Now he obviously wants.
He can take the cue ball. Yeah, he can miss the 5 and then a little right English, left English and come out.
Across. Oh, he's not hit it.
Well, he hit it easy.
Oh dear.
And that's that shot. People tend to overcut that shot. That's not an unusual kind of miss.
Well, the pace he played it at was obviously for leaving the 5 ball long as it is. That's why he hit it so soft.
Yeah, I wouldn't have hit it that soft. I would have played the 5 in the side.
Yeah, winkatme did well there to actually avoid the scratch. You had a little bit of drag on that just to divert the cue ball onto that rail. That so wanted to go into the side pocket, that cue ball there. And this might be hitting the 9 ball, is it? Let me have a look. He might catch some of it. He might catch all of it.
Yeah, at that speed. I mean, he could have got by it, but he would have had to hit it quite a bit harder.
Well, these are always testy.
Well, this is a potential scratch. That's a problem here.
Well, I've no doubt he'll be digging in to get a hold of it and avoid that.
If you hit it hard, you can get to the other long rail. You hit this easy, you could scratch.
Yeah, like that. Just a bit like that, Steve. Yeah.
About like that. Yeah.
Clearly, Winkatme's listening to the stream, because he thought he would do an actual example of exactly what you don't do in that situation. Oh dear. And here we go again. This is, right back at you, Larry. I've got the table. I'm about to run out of here, but I'm going to do something dumb and just give it back to you. We're 4 apiece.
Well, again, you have to know where Whitey wants to go.
Well,
if you know where Whitey wants to go, then you can adjust.
Yeah, but you see, I'm amazed that Winkatme doesn't have that little voice ticking over in his head there in that shot. Because to me, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, right, I'm scratching here unless I do something about this. You can't ignore when you're being told by your conscience, do something. In that situation, this is a great table, by the way. I think the 2 goes past the 7.
Well, once you learn to make balls and pull, probably the most important thing that you can learn is where the white ball wants to go if you do nothing to it. Just roll it. Where does it want to go on its own? Because if you know that, then you've already won half the battle in moving the cue ball.
Used to bump the 9. Oh, I tell you. That doesn't bump the 9. He's out with his make-do jump stick.
Yep, and he's going to have to pull this back because the 4 does not go past that 5. Yeah, I guess he could go forward if he cheats the pocket. That's what he's going to do.
Needs to spin to work here a bit. He's almost there.
I guess he's pretty good past the 9 ball. He's got a big pocket.
Oh, he's pretty much got a full pocket there, yeah. I don't see any major problem there. Part of the fact he's going to run into the 9 like that.
Well, I mean, that ball would have gone in if the 9 wasn't there. I mean, he hit it into the part of the pocket that wasn't open. I mean, I used to do that all the time when I had balls blocking pockets. I couldn't shoot past the ball to save my life.
I hope nobody's making notes of the unforced errors here, because you must be on your second sheet already. We're 4 apiece. Winkatme. Now with what seems to be a pretty good opportunity for the lead again. This might be the breakthrough for Winkatme. I think he might eventually get a decent break in a run.
We'll see. First he's got to break without scratching.
Something's got to change.
We'll see if he does that same exact break where the cue ball is going to run on a line where it wants to come across and go in the other pocket.
What was that I was saying about the definition of craziness or whatever it was the other night there, and you corrected it? What was it? I was trying to remember what it is. You keep doing the same thing when it's coming up with the same result.
Yeah, expecting a different result when you're doing the same thing.
We're about to find out.
Well, the thing is for that kind of situation, another ball could hit it. But if a ball doesn't hit it, it's going in the side pocket. So let's see if he does it again here. Oh, no, he broke completely differently that time.
And did anything go? Have we got a ball less in the table?
I think
we did. We got 8 balls.
Yeah, he did get a ball.
Look at this. Look at this.
This is kind of like a practice drill. I mean, this is not a gimme out. You get funny on a ball, and all of a sudden it gets hard.
Right. Well, he should be fine. He should just be dabbing this to try and hold the cue ball, and maybe it'll bump the 9.
Oh boy.
Well, dab it and bump the 9, and now he's dead in the water.
I thought he could just kind of let that roll out a little bit, and
I think that might have been legal.
I didn't think he needed to hit it the way he tried it. I think that was a good hit.
Yeah.
Winkatme looks like he's getting frustrated. The way he kicked at that ball, that was a frustration kick. At least that's what I saw.
Watch how you interpret things, Steve.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a pitfall.
Watch what you say. Oops, hang on a minute. Oh, goodness me, Larry.
He just wanted to make sure he got straight in on the 5.
What the hell did he try to do?
That's what he meant to do.
I mean, this is ugly as well. I do not like this. I mean,
It's just left English come to the other side of the 9. Now, again, this is where you got to know where the cue ball's going. I mean, it's a good player. Well, he's not going to hit it that way because he didn't trust he could get online to the other side of the 9.
Right. Well, this is just in off the jaw. The Russian pool player.
Well, he looks like he's going to shoot in the side of the corner.
I think
if you're going to shoot this at the corner, I would come back across the table to shoot the 9.
It looks as if he's going. It's hard to tell if he's. I think he's going up table.
You got to hit this easy if you're going to shoot the 9 without coming across the table. I would come across the table just because it's kind of natural to do it, just like that. Yep. Good shot.
Pretty well done. Good recovery.
These guys aren't making it easy.
Well, Larry's got himself in a position he always likes to be. He always likes to get himself in trouble where he then he gets his head screwed on and starts playing. So he's in the position. I thought it was going to be 6-4 there. That's me already confused again. It's 5 apiece. Oh dear.
Does he have a shot? Does this ball go? Oh, it looks like it goes. Yeah, he's got a shot on this one.
Well, you can see the one, and I don't believe he'll do anything else other than go forward and leave a long 2. And then the problems start.
Well, would you not
be better trying to do something to get this cue ball closer to this 2? That might make your life easier to try and do something to get to the.
I would just try to do what he just did.
This might be it.
Because now he can come into the 4 ball.
Yeah.
And if you don't come out good here, you play safe. The chance of hooking yourself here is low if you hit the 4 ball. If you don't hit the 4 ball, anything could happen. And that's okay. He didn't hit it, but now he's got some kind of safety. He could thin edge it.
Well,
that's probably the easiest safe.
I think the safer route to try and get back in that line with the 5 and 6, the 5 and 7, a bit like that.
That's what he's done, yeah. So good play there.
This might not be a bad result. I think the 9's blocking the kick.
He's probably going to be hooked here again. Well, he got a lot of 4 ball there.
That's way too thick.
Well, that shot is very touchy. When the ball's real close to the rail like that, you get a little bit too much and it's coming out.
Now, what are you doing here? Are you trying to deliberately just run into the 9, or are you trying to avoid the 9?
I would just roll it and hit the 9 dead on. If you roll it, it's pretty much going to do that.
You should be on the 5. Well, you see, that was... I thought he hit it a bit too hard, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I didn't think he needed to hit it that hard.
So, Larry's been reprieved again.
If you were if you did think you had to make it widen up a bit, you could stun a little. Speed's not your friend when you're trying to run into a ball, because
she's going off.
If you hit it a little funny, then the cue ball is going to run on you.
Well, I think at some point tonight, Larry's going to get himself in good shape. He's stuck to the rail. He's
out of line every time.
Yeah, he's struggling.
That's how pool can be.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's in that situation where you just can't get in line at all day. It keeps happening.
Well, it's worse in real life because real life, the speed of the tables change. You can get on a table that was faster than another you've been playing on, or the air conditioning goes on, or it gets more humid.
All the humidity
everything changes.
Yeah, I mean, you could be playing in the same table in the same pool hall, day in, day out, and every day you go in, the table's different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Larry's doing well to hang in there. Oh dear, and there's the commentator's curse straight away with that one.
The thing is about players is that better players don't get in this trouble as much, and better players, when they get in trouble, get out of it better. So it's a double whammy. That's why it's so hard to beat good players, because they don't mess up much, and when they do, they're very good at recovering.
Oh dear, here we go again. Here we go again.
If you're going to hit the ball that easy, it's going to throw more.
Well, here's exactly the example of what we're talking about. The ball's fair well into the pocket there. Now you're judging how to get out of here. It looks simple to bring the cue ball out. It's whether you're using a chip of the rail here or whether you're going a straight draw. So he's going straight draw.
A straight draw.
And you've no idea where you're ending up. Or not a great idea where you're going.
Now he's kind of funny on this 7. I think he'll probably draw it back. Let's see what he decides. He's just got that funny enough angle. He just decides to cinch it and take the cut on the 8. I would have drawn it back myself.
This time, it's gone in.
You know, Hugh, in real life, when you try to hit a draw shot like that, mechanically, you know, you have to be good enough not to break down. In VP, you're never going to break down. The stroke's a stroke of God, so why wouldn't you draw that back? I mean, in real life, I would have drawn that back and been confident, well, I'm going to make this. I would think in VP, players would always draw that kind of shot back, because you can't, I mean, you can overhit it or something, but you can't, like, have your stroke go wonky and miss the ball because of it.
I think that's right.
It is, and this is a pretty good opportunity if you can get on the 2 ball.
Well, this might be a two-way shot here. It could be a billiard on the 6 as well.
I would think that you would. I would think you want to draw this with right English off the end rail and out, and he's not doing that. He's doing something else. He's going, I would have played for the 2 on the side, would draw right. He hit that with a little draw and a little left.
Well, he's got no shot because he can't. I don't think he can get to the. Can he get to the 2? He's twisting it a wee bit.
He's trying to.
Trying to play the combo.
I don't think it's going to go. No. So winkatme is he's in frustrationville right now. I mean, because I'm sure he just feels like, I keep getting funny and this and that, but that was really his own fault the way he played the 1 to the 2.
Welcome to Mooncake. Well, this is not great either. What's he going to do here?
I think he'll play safe.
Do you send this in the gap with the 4 and the 8 and you use the... no, he's not.
He opted for the simple safety, and that was a pretty good choice there because it was
actually
easy.
Ended up not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
But it was almost guaranteed the way he hit that. That was a hard safety to mess up, and that's going to be a foul there.
Ball in hand, no rail. So now, can Larry deliver? Ball in hand. He's got a 1-rack lead halfway through this match. So,
Mooncake, you're supposed to tell Semi it was bad luck you decided to shoot that jump shot.
There's Steve just stirring the pot again. Nothing to do with me. Well, this 7 ball's not quite going to be. Oh, I thought that was the 8. It's the 4.
No, he should be out here. I mean, this is pretty straightforward. And winkatme. Oh God, I just cursed him.
Well, that was Larry.
Yeah. What I was saying is winkatme eventually is going to start playing better. Larry's got to get his stuff together because I don't think winkatme is going to keep going like this.
Now, what does Larry do here? I don't think the up and downs are very advisable because he's Chinese hooked over the 6 ball to play that shot. Yeah.
Well, you can always bump it and wait for him to bump it and get maybe a little better angle. Because the angle on this is a little tricky. Can you get it to go back behind the 6? Yeah, but I wouldn't advise shooting that shot. It's really a tough shot.
Oh.
and he tried to do it. That shot was just too tough.
What do you
I
do
would have
now?
bumped the 5 and waited.
You've got to bank this up and down. I mean, this is crying to be banked out every day of the week unless he's thin cutting it.
You can cut it. If you're going to bank it, I'd draw it.
He's had a blast.
I wouldn't do that.
He's had a blast.
I'm not a big fan of the stub shots. That was a stub shot.
It certainly was. But then again, you know, winkatme might be already at the stage where, you know, I'm trying to get position. That ain't working. I might as well have a pop and just hope that I get in shape. Well, it's a dodgy cut either way. Whether you're trying to drop this into the side, that's very tight, or whether you're cutting it up table. And that's well done. And the cue ball's going to be good.
That's really well done. You know, the problem you got when both players are playing bad is somebody's going to get their crap together and start playing better.
You're just hoping it's not your opponent.
Yeah, exactly.
You're hoping to get in gear sooner or later. Well, at least winkatme's, you know, kicked into gear there to recover. And he'll be back all square once again for goodness knows how many times now.
And guess what the score is, Hugh?
6 apiece.
All tied up again.
And 7 on the side. How many 7s did we see go in that left side pocket last night? Plenty of them. Well, that's another one.
Well, you got the cue ball coming across a little lower that time.
The 2's gone.
Scratch.
The 1's good. Now, this 8 ball's a bit of a worry. That's the only worry is the 8 ball, but he's well inside it. Much further away from the 3. So just drop the 3 in and play the 4 on the side. Or, when you're dropping it into the side, how good are you going to be to get to the 5? Now, this is a decision. There's got to be a decision made here. Because the angles he's got, he can go forward with right English and try and drop down low for the 5 into the side. He wants to try that. He's almost getting there. He needed a bit more.
That's good enough. That's well done. This is just natural. Get on the 6. All you got to do is make it.
Yeah. It's tight, though.
Maybe a teeny bit of right English. You're not going to hit the 9. Teeny bit.
That's well done.
Just like that. Because you're going to get right English off the 5 ball because it's a cut. So the cue ball's already going to get right English. And
well, these last 2 matches that winkatme's won, he's obviously kicked into gear at some point to win them. Whether he was doing that from early on, I can't remember. But he's been blowing cold. Now he's a wee bit warmer, and now he's got the lead.
Have you noticed that Larry keeps overcutting balls?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I may not play this game that great, but my recommendation, if you're overcutting balls, is either increase your field of view a little, or get a little farther from the cue ball when you're shooting.
You mean zoom out a wee bit? Aye.
Yeah, just a little bit zoom out or widen the field of view, because that will, you know, if you're overcutting them, that will help the visual.
Well, there's an easy fix for that. If you then use my the save zoom option, you can experiment. You can go in and out, change your save zoom, and play with one for a little while and see if that helps you. And if it doesn't, you know, you set it back to the way you want it. Look at the cue ball.
Okay, well, Larry's got ball in hand on a very difficult table. It's doable. If you can get to the 4 ball, you got a chance. I mean, 3 to 4 and the 4 to the 5 they're both tough.
Yep. Good luck with this, Larry.
Well, this rack's doable, but you know, you're going to have to play some pool. But
I mean, is he going to cut this? I mean, if he gets out into the table, he can cut the 2 and take a risk bumping the 5 and 9 and still have the 3 to side. But then you can tie the 4 up, and the 4's bad enough where it is. You know?
I wouldn't do that. I would actually play for position on the 4 because
Yeah.
you're exactly right. Bumping those balls is liable to make it worse. And the 4 ball is open. Now he's oh boy, it's not getting any easier. He's going to have to go forward with this off the rail and across.
I think he's got a good chance of getting on this 4 here.
He does. He does. I mean, he's got to avoid the 5-9, and he's got to get low enough to get him. He's got to get the ball in. Oh, that was close.
Just got there.
Well,
now what do you do here, Steve?
Not got the right angle. What I would do here is make the 4, let the cue ball bump the 8, and then stick him on the back.
Yeah.
Yep. He's going to try to move it.
Yeah.
Which, there's nothing wrong with trying to move it. He really needed to hit the 9 a little bit higher.
Well,
so he'll just play safe here. He's going to put it on the 7, I think. I think he's probably going to try to use the 7.
I used to watch that.
He's overhit it.
Yeah.
Yep. There's that trackball again. Well, what's he going to do here?
Well, if this was stubby, he'd be cutting it.
He could bank this long and cross corner. Of course, I don't like the bank because there's no good two-way shot on this. You can't play a safe in the bank. Looks like he's going to cut this. And that was a tough shot. He's going to get lucky. No, he's not.
No. I think Larry's just got to get a little hold of this because he doesn't want to land on top of the 6. Again, I just think Larry's overhitting him a wee bit as well. I mean, he's still all right.
But you can go back and forth there if you want. You can go just 4th, or you can go back and forth. Hitting the 8's not going to hurt you. He decides just to go 4th.
Now he's in control.
Where's the dig?
And we're going to be 7 apiece. I haven't said anything rude to you. Unsure why the dig. What dig's that? I'm missing the chat.
I think he's talking to me.
In fact, now that I mention it, why is my chat not working on YouTube on my phone? I'm monitoring the channel, but there's no chat coming up. Right, well, back to square one, 7 apiece. Six ball, bottom left corner. Good. Well, this is as good a table as you're going to get, Larry. They're all there.
Yeah, this is pretty much...
well, he's already got himself hampered here over this 7.
Yeah, well, he can shoot the 2 in the corner if he wants, or he could go just straight down and back. He decides for straight down. I mean, if you're not going to run out this table, you're probably not going to win this match. Because it's not going to get much better than this.
You know, we're all sitting here with bated breath waiting on something happening in this match, and nothing's really happened yet. You know, something that's going to maybe be decisive.
Semi, your chain is you hanging so low that a cockroach could pull on it.
Oh yeah, he's got all these buttons all down his back, and they all say push. Dead easy to press the buttons. The one button says wind me up. Dear me. Right, anyway, Larry is the next, well, this is the next opportunity to get daylight again. Let's see what he does with it this time. we go. Well, one ball on the side, good break. And this 4 ball, if it gets out of the way, he's on the 2, no problem getting the 3. He's got to be getting a 2-rack gap here, or it's a fail.
Where is Todd when you need him? We're talking about ego. My opinion, ego is that's the root of all good and evil.
Well,
unless you're having marital problems, then it can be libido for anybody that's cheating on their wife.
Right, well, he tried to get himself in trouble there, but he got away with it.
No, I mean, he all of a sudden he looks more in rhythm, you know, like he's playing with a little more confidence now. Maybe he's got his trackball lubed up or something, because all of a sudden he's not thinking much. He's just going and it's working.
Well, he was thinking there. He's looking at the 6 ball.
Yeah, he took a look. I think for most players, less thinking's going to be better. There's not that many people that are grinders that, you know, are successful grinders.
No. Big
that
check
was
the
hit
cue
well.
ball.
See, you know, that's like you got to hit that. He's putting it with inside. He's putting a big stroke on it. I mean, that's like, you know, that's playing with confidence there, hitting it like that.
Get up there. Get up there.
He's fine. So all of a sudden the switch has gone on for Larry. He's turned it from the off position to the on position. You know, both these guys are capable of playing like this. You know, the question was who's going to start doing it first, and it looks like Larry. I mean, if Larry keeps doing this, he's going to win this match for sure.
This will be the tell. This rack here, if he gets it on the roll. Well, his break is good again. Balls are going everywhere, but not this time, I don't think. Now look at where he stuck the cue ball.
Yeah, does this ball go? You can make this ball. Yeah, you just throw this ball. A lot of left English. This ball will throw in. He's jacking up and doing it, which will help throw it a little more.
Oh.
See,
well,
here's what the problem with that was. He hit it too hard. Because the easier you hit it, the more it's going to throw. Plus, it makes the pocket bigger when the ball's going slower. He just hit that too hard.
Easiest kick in the world without scratching that is. So he preferably wants to hit the join with the rail and the ball. Try and get the cue ball. Not like that. Not like that. Oh dear.
Well,
you couldn't write the script, could you? Well, I suppose there's a bit of pressure on winkatme here, considering that 4 ball's a bit fiddly. You know.
I think he needs to do what Larry just did and just say screw it and stop grinding and just start hitting balls. I mean, what is he doing?
He's trying to hook himself behind the 5, Steve. You don't see that?
I think he was trying to break the 4 out. But
that's what he was probably trying to do.
That's a crazy thing to do.
Yeah, he was trying to get a bump and still have a shot. I mean, 3, and now
for starters, the 4 goes in one of the pockets, the corner pockets down there, and it goes up table in the side corner. It goes in like 6 pockets or 5 pockets, and he decides to break it out, and that makes no sense. And the thing is, that breakout was so hard, even if the 4 ball didn't go, you just play position for playing a safety on it.
Well, this is going to take a good shot here. It doesn't go past the 5, so
he's going to dig into this. He's going to hit this. I would not put a lot of English because you'll go underneath it if you're not careful.
Oh, this looks good. That little brush in the... Oh, hang on a minute. No, it isn't good.
Yeah.
That little brush in the 9's killed him.
Yeah, that's a shame. He hit that really nicely.
I think he can get the edge of that 4. He can get the edge. Yeah.
I can't ever tell with these.
In fact, he can get it just enough that he might be pushing it towards the short rail and get into the long grass up the table here. Yeah, well, he could get it, and he's not left it as a gimme. Now, what does winkatme do? Because I think there's no room for the bank.
There's enough room for the bank, but you'd have to hit it pretty good. You'd have to smoke this one. Yeah, you'd have to hit it hard. You'd have to really shorten it up. maybe even a little inside, and that's kind of a sellout there. I mean, I got to figure Larry's banking this. I don't think there's too many players that wouldn't shoot this bank shot.
Let's have a look. Yeah, banks are open definitely here.
Oh, he's taking a lot of time on this shot.
Yeah, he nailed it. Where's the cue ball going though? Needs to
right
slow up.
Throat. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, he just needed to make sure he got it out. He overhit a little, but that's fine.
Well, he's going to thin this into the side, but he's got to draw off it.
Yeah, it's a little draw drag shot. Maybe a little bit of left English too.
Now he has to slow up.
That's
he has to
pretty
slow
good
up.
there.
Has to slow up. Well,
yeah, this is fine. This is perfect, really. Because this is, again, that shot, you just come down to the long rail just past the 9-ball. I mean, this is, and he's drawing this. See, this is a shot you hit with just English. He's playing the shot the wrong way, is basically what I'm saying. And he ended up missing it. That shot you hit with just English.
He followed the line.
Yeah, he's trying to change the angle with draw there, but that shot's way easier to control with just English because you can control the speed better.
Well, regardless of that, I mean, this is an opportunity for winkatme to stay in the game here.
Now, a snooker player would hit it with draw, but
he's trying to,
not a pool player.
The pace that he's got is pretty much as good as he's going to get for the combo.
Yeah, I mean, this is... I don't think any combos are gimmies, but this is one he's probably going to make.
Obviously, I done with running another 10 inches or so, but that's, make do with what you've got. Just pot the 7, that's all you need to do. And that's well done. That's all you do in that circumstance. Just play that you're potting the 7, ignore the 8-ball because it's lined up on it, it's got to go in. Well, this is a bit of a relief for winkatme. Larry being charitable again. And Blue Cheese is signed up for the 9-ball $300 $3 daily edition. And the balls are going into that top right hand corner. And no shot in the one.
Yeah, let's see what he decides to do here. This is, you're close, you could do a lot, but the problem is that there's not a lot of good safety options there. I might actually push out here. It's rare you push out when you're this close to the 1-ball.
Yeah, this is a touchy shot here, and that ain't it. That is pretty poor. Winkatme.
He'll play the combo and then probably shoot the 1 in the other pocket. Yep. Hit that a little too firm though. Yeah, just need a little less speed on that.
Now where's the 3? Well, the 3 goes past the 8, so did Larry play the thin cut across the table twice? Looks like it.
I think he will.
Yeah, he's got it. And this looks like a fair angle to be working with. He can go around behind the back of the 4 if he wants.
You got your choice. You can either hold it or go around. I would probably draw off this and really hit it hard, or stun off this, kind of go to the long rail and out.
Yeah,
that's how I would always play that shot.
He's there. He's there or thereabouts, so it's a little draw again here, I think.
He's getting a lot of little angles. He's going to go forward and hold this.
Oh no, you're right enough. Oh, little nudge hasn't done him any harm.
No, he's good.
He's working out how to get there eventually.
Well, Larry's playing a lot better than he started the match. There's no doubt about it. But he had a little hiccup and lost the game. But he's definitely playing better right now than winkatme. Winkatme just hasn't gotten anything going.
Well, he's double figures now, so there's that psychological advantage. Double figures.
He needs a good break here. He needs a ball and he needs a shot.
Well,
he's got the ball.
He's got a shot. Again,
now
it's not ideal though, but he's got a shot.
But he's just got to execute. You got to put a bunch of English on this, go to the other long rail, and then I'd come back across.
And not
I'd
hit yourself behind the 6.
This with speed. No, you're not going to hook yourself behind the 6 on this.
Remember those words that Steve just said there. Watch this. Oh, well, watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball.
Well, I mean, he didn't make the ball.
Well, he didn't pot it, but, I mean, commentator's eye, Steve, come on. Don't hook yourself behind the 6. You know.
Well, he may take a whack at this 9 ball here. But if he does, he's not going to have any position on the 2. But he may take a whack. I mean, this is a good one to make the 1 and take a whack at the 9.
Give it an old
he's
capo.
He looks like he's trying to go around, and he's going to hit the 8 ball if he does this probably. This is a tough shot to get past the 8 and the 9 and the 3. Is it doable? Yeah, I think it is, but it's not likely.
Meant to ask you, Mark. Did you not think that... and
he's going to get lucky.
Oh, what's his name? I've totally forgotten his name.
Yeah, not quite.
Did you not think Bernard Hill was a lot older than you thought he was? I thought Bernard Hill would be about knocking, 70, 71, but he's 79 when he passed away.
I'll tell you what, that was a real high-speed shot that Winkatme tried. I didn't like his chances of pulling it off, and he did, but it was still pretty interesting to see him shoot at it.
Yeah, I did. I thought when I heard he'd passed away, I thought it must be about 70 something, but I didn't think 79.
Let's see. Can he take a whack at this?
I'm surprised that boys from the Blackstock's not getting a repeat in BBC3 or BBC4 at some point.
What's he doing here? He's going to thin this, I think.
Giving it a bank onto the 9. No, he's trying to duck. That's
a good shot.
That's the difficult one to execute. Getting that like that, wafer thin. Now Larry's got to come up with the same thing.
Well, he could take a whack at the 9. The way to take a whack at the 9 with this is with the cue ball. Hit the 2 ball over on the long rail and take the cue ball 2 or 3 rails.
This ain't getting it, Larry.
Good.
This is an invitation to the party again for Winkatme.
I probably would have made a play on the 9 with the cue ball in that situation. Because he had a chance to get safe too.
Well, an hour and 10 minutes we've been at this. We've played 18 racks. He might go around the back of the 4 here with the angle he's got. I think looking at it from this side without going up there. No, he's managed to straighten it up. Well, this is all
it's looking
good.
like it's going to be 10-9 here in a second. Larry just has not been able to get away.
This is definitely got Hill written all over it. Nobody wants to win this.
Yeah, they've both struggled this match. We've seen some good play, but in general, they've been struggling.
And of course, Winkatme now, hoping and praying he gets something. He gets dealt a good deal here in this next break. He can't be that unlucky, surely. Got to get a good break. He's due a nice break and a nice table. No pressure. Balls are all sitting there. You don't have to bump anything. Let's see what he gets. Well, I'll tell you what he's getting. He's getting Jack. That's what he's getting. He's getting absolutely zilch. This is tight, this 1 ball. Not stuck to the rail, but I think it'll still entice Larry into the thin cut. And now you could end up going up bumping the 5 ball, no shot in the 2. There's no way of knowing really what he's going to end up with here. He's bumping the 6, he's missing the 5, and he's got a pot in the 2.
Yeah, this is.
It's a struggle already. The way, this is it. Trying to
I
get in a
think
comfortable shape.
I think he should bank this and just let the cue ball go forward to the rail.
Let's have a look.
You got to hold this a little if you're just going to roll it, because it's going to go wide if you roll this.
Yeah, the other problem here is that there's traffic in the way going this direction of the two.
He's going to kind of
Yes,
stun
playing
it,
the bank.
and he still went long. Yeah, I think he shot the right shot, it just didn't work out.
Well, I don't think he's been all that unfortunate the way this is finished. Now, does that 2 and 8 combo if you want to fancy that?
It does. Although I'd play safe and put it on the 5. It's sitting good to do that. Well, he didn't hit it.
Nope.
He needed to either hit the 2 thinner or hit it harder. He would have had to hit the 2 awful thin at that speed to get it on the 5.
Well, this is the pressure's building either way. Well, there looks plenty of room to send this 2 up to the short rail and send this cue ball down towards the 7 and 4. Well, Larry's going the other way. That'll work.
Well, that was a tricky little shot. He bumped it on the way through and came back on top of it. He shouldn't have any trouble hitting this. As far as getting safe, that's another story. Well, and lo and behold, oh, look at this.
Oh, that's going to be that's going to be a disaster.
Oh, boy.
Well, there you go. There's your gift, Larry. Happy birthday and Merry Christmas all the same. Or Happy Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah, and Wink at Me is saying to him, so if you got to be kidding me.
All the compliments of the season with that shot. Now it's getting to time to get a roll. Wink at Me. That wasn't it.
Yep, ego, the root of all good and evil.
Right, well, Larry's done Wink at Me a favour by coming up dry. What he hasn't done is actually given him an inviting table.
Yeah, this is a pretty good chance to safe. You got to put a lot of right English on this, though.
Oh, he's nailed it.
He did it the way where he's not going to move the 1 down table, but he got it pretty good. He could have hit the 1 ball down at least to the middle of the table using English. Oh, look at this. Gonna get him.
Yeah, well.
He's got him.
No.
Nice play there by Larry.
Is that too far? I think that's within range to actually attempt to jump over the edge of that 3, isn't it? If you're brave enough. He's tried. Well, that's. I mean, that is so difficult to judge. What?
Look at this.
What result has he got here?
This is
well, there's a roll for you, Wink at Me. You can't complain now.
Yeah. If you're playing Efren and that happens, you can just almost be assured that he did it on purpose.
Oh, One Pocket Slim's back in the house. He's signed up for the 9-ball 300 daily, so his PC's back in working order.
So I got a story about Lou Butera. When Efren first came here, Lou's playing him in a tournament, and he shoots this 4-rail kick shot and gets safe. And Lou's all pissed off because Efren got lucky. He lost the match. It was a key shot. It was a close match. Lou loses. He's bitching and complaining. He goes in the practice room later and sees Efren showing all the Filipinos his shot and shooting it over and over and over and getting the safe every time. And Lou realized that, that's what he was playing. But at that time, it was just, he was so good at playing kick safe that Lou thought he got lucky. He was just really that good.
Mm-hmm. Well,
this is tough to get. You can get into the 2-ball here.
Miss the 9 and bump the 4 too.
The cut angle, you got to cut this into the thin side of the pocket here to do this. This is tricky. You're going to have to get it to open it up. This has got to be hit just like near perfect, I think, to get into that 2-4-2.
Missed the 9. Got the hit. Oh, unlucky, Larry. Look at this for a roll. I mean,
he hit it pretty good. It was actually a little easier to get to than I thought it was going to be.
That's bad.
Well, I mean, that's
a
pool.
bad roll.
You got to know when you hit that if you get on the bottom side of it, there's a good chance it's not coming out good.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a hard kick. I think I'll hit this with speed. I mean, you'd like to hit on the near side of the 2 and send the 2 up table towards that 5-8. Oh, he's going to hit it easy.
Try to roll dead to it. There you go. That's what happens when you do that.
Yeah.
So here we go again. Wink at me.
He may have been trying to roll up on top of it.
Well, of course, this is me stating the obvious. This is a must. Yeah, he knows that.
Well, Mooncake, I have never heard it put that way.
Heard what put what way?
It makes Efren the Chuck Norris of pool. I'm not sure where that came from. That's an interesting thought, though.
Efren the Chuck Norris of pool. This is weird. The chat's working in my phone, but it's not working on the stream now, on my screen.
It's working on my screen. That's
crazy.
Weird. If you guys ever get a chance to see Efren playing in person, take it. If you ever get a chance to play Efren, take it.
Yeah. Well, I think there must be many thousands of people having a chance to play him, and just so they can get their ass handed to them. It's a pleasure.
he makes a lot of money, guys, just hopping up. He plays a lot of one pocket matches. He'll give up. I mean, he'll give up 12-6 to most people, and he's going to win. He'll play, race to 2 for a couple $100, and he can make at least $500 a night doing stuff like that. I mean, he just does it all the time. It's just. I've played him twice. Once I gambled with him, and once I played in a tournament. I played him in a tournament.
I'm just about to say there. I was called him Mooncake, but I was meant to say Wink at me. He needs to be careful with this because this is not sitting ideal, and now he's got to get a shot here. Now he's been asked a question.
Hairpig. I mean, ego's good. You just got to use it the right way.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
It's a lot easier to use it the wrong way than the right way.
There you go. Just getting out of line.
How I know.
Well,
yeah, this is a little tricky here. This is a little tricky here.
Well, he can change the shape in this. Well, that wasn't it though.
Commentator eye, a little tricky. He's okay though. He can cut this in. Well, I didn't know that sort of thing, Mooncake, because I'm just like, I guess I'm not on the right social media channels.
Well, it's a big ass now. Larry on the hill.
Yeah, at this point, Larry on the hill breaking, you got to like Larry's chances of winning this. But Larry deserves to be up. He's played better than Wink at me.
Chuck Norris could dribble a bowling ball. I like the sort of there's some, is it memes that you call them? There's like a picture of they've got pictures of Keith Richards back at the dawn of time. Obviously he's going to live forever. Things like that. You've seen some of them. Some of them are quite funny. Well, Wink at me, last chance saloon. Yeah, have you seen? You've got to look for some of the Keith Richards ones. They're hilarious because I've seen one with Keith Richards and Willie Nelson. That's funny. If you Google Keith Richards and Willie Nelson, you're bound to see the meme. They're hilarious. All reference to their ages and the fact that they're still living when they should have been dead 30 years ago, at least.
Yeah, Keith Richards is kind of amazing, the fact he's still alive.
He is just an exception to the rule, Keith Richards.
They won't need to embalm him.
Well, you've heard the joke about. I think is it, what's his name? Ronnie Wood. I think Ronnie Wood told it in an interview at one time. I think everybody's heard it, but it's the one where they're all in their dressing room, and there was a knock at the door, and somebody went and answered the door, and they said it's the police, and of course they're running to flush everyone down the toilet or down the sink, and it was bloody Sting at the door. It was Sting coming in after the concert to say hello to the guys. As soon as I heard the word police,
no, that's pretty funny.
Shove it all down the pan. Well, winkatme survives.
A break and run would do him a lot of good here.
Well, he ain't getting it again, is he? He's getting no joy. Well, he's not left a gift here for Larry.
Well,
far from it.
He's got a pretty good safety play to run this to behind the 3-5, the 8 there. Just hit this thin on the right side with English and come around and stick him there.
He's looking for.
He's going up
using the 3 balls for cover.
He played the two-way.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Shot there, but this is no good. Hang on a minute. This is no good.
Well, this is certainly perfect for getting the cue ball out of there.
Oh yeah, I mean this it's mainly speed. If you run into the 7, it's not the end of the world, most likely. But you gotta get out. Come on. Yeah, he's good.
Here Pig says, Steve, your Lubitera story reminded me of when Urkoyo came to town and gave one of our local one-pocket champs 12-5. This guy gives me 10-7. No way any living human could ever give him 12-5. We all thought.
Well, I mean, Dennis will give up a lot of weight. He offered me the 7 ball and 10 ball and 2 games on the wire and a race to 9, and I told him no. And I probably would have told him no if it was quite a bit more weight than that.
Well, it's tough for winkatme. He's going to bump this 5. He's got no clue whether he's going to be good, bad, or ugly yet.
Hey, he's still at the table. He's not out of it.
Well, he's got the bump. He's not great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the 4 is certainly makeable. You just got to get the speed. You're back and forth and then back out to get on this 5.
Oh,
I suppose you could just go 2 rails on the 5 if you're brave. I would go to the 3rd rail myself.
Well, he's got to get this pretty good.
And he does go to the 3rd rail.
This looks good. This looks
a beautiful shot.
That was very well done. Excellent.
So this is real tight, squeaking by the 7 ball. See if he's going to hit it. If he hits it just a little, he's okay.
Get a bust through there. Well, I think if he'd actually set himself up better, you'd get a bust through there. Uh-oh.
He almost fluked the 6. Well, the thing is,
oh dear,
it's how many times you do see players do that on a shot where, the position's a little tricky and they're looking at the 7 and then they miss a sitter.
Well, that might be hasta la vista. Oh, well, I think he's fine, isn't he?
He's okay, yeah.
In fact, he's dead straight.
He's going to have to draw this out of there. Is he going to get a trackball glitch here and just leave it behind the 8 or overdraw it? Oh, he was able to go forward. Well, that's a smart play. He had enough room to go forward. That was a lot more reliable.
Oh, Mooncake's asking about your business, Steve. You know my answer to that. None of your business. Oh, Steve's joking. here we go. This for the match. And Larry survives. Well, it wasn't a classic. But
don't make me laugh.
It doesn't have to be a classic to survive. Unlucky to wink at me. But Larry is through.
Well, the guy that played better did win.
Well, he did eventually, yeah. So, as we can see on that top half of the one-loss side, we've got Acero, who won earlier on today against Balls, 13-9. And now down here, we have Mooncake lined up to play Matt. We'll get to that in a minute when we look at the schedule. And further down, of course, we have Larry, who's now through. And Larry is now waiting on the winner of Bedhead and LS3. So if we check the schedule, we can now see that we have Matt and Mooncake tomorrow night at the same time at 7 p.m. And I'll be there for that. We have LS3 and Bedhead at 8 p.m. on Friday because they've now arranged their match. I'll be there for that. And on Sunday, we have Cobra and Spectre Dawn at 7 o'clock, and I'll be there for that one as well. So, some great matches to come. They're going to have to do well to top the Albinario semi-pro one, but that Cobra Spectre Dawn looks juicy. It definitely does. So, I hope you enjoyed it. So, well done to Larry. Good luck and the rest to Larry. And better luck next time to wink at me. And I'm off to watch a bit of the senior snooker and a coffee. Steve's off to try and get a breath because I think he's still choking. He might have even gone. You still there, Steve?
No, I'm still here. I was still choking.
Right, good. Right, well, unless you get anything else you want to mention, how many's in the Cowboy, by the way? I never even looked.
I don't know.
Check. Have we got any more sign-ups? Let's have a look. See if it's...
Nope, still at 17.
And we've got, is it the 22nd? This goes ahead. We'll still get plenty of time to get more in.
And we need to figure out who the mystery player is, Progressive Pool. Cobra knows.
What,
I know Cobra knows.
Cobra says he knows.
Well, no, the way Cobra was talking the other day when I punted him out of it,
Yeah,
I'm sure Cobra must know him.
With an Australian flag, I mean, he's going to struggle to get matches anyway at that time zone. Nobody's going to sit up to 3 o'clock in the morning to play somebody from Australia.
I think this is a known player.
You think
he was
so?
at least in the stream. Well, let me put it this way. So when I took him out of
and he was back in within 5 minutes, you said.
Let's see.
Steve's still fitting. This is what happens when you eat nuts and stuff.
Let's see here. So because I can look at his charge history. So I refunded him May 5th at 4:18 p.m. He rejoined the tournament May 5th at 4:19 p.m. So it was a minute later. So he had to be in the stream hearing me say that.
Mm-hmm.
And remember Cobra saying, well, maybe he wants, I'm sure Cobra must know who this is.
So we're saying that that's not the flag of the country that they originate from.
I don't know. Maybe it is, but
well, you can tell surely by their email address. I mean, whether it's .au and that sort of stuff, because that would be Australia, wouldn't it? .au, I think, for Australia.
I didn't bother looking at this email. I guess I could
get
one more clue.
Anyway, not that it really matters. He'll either play or he won't play. He seems keen if he's signed up again anyway.
Yeah, I mean, but he must have been in the stream. Either that or Cobra immediately told him to sign back up. I know Cobra's got to know him. There's just no doubt in my mind after what he said.
Well, it's not what do you call him? It's not. What's his name again? Who's gone in the past and come back under a different name again? What do you call him? Him that just said he's quitting VP4 for good. Mr. Fox. That's the one.
Oh, Fox.
So are we putting that into the argument? That
it could be Mr. Fox. Does Cobra know Foxwell?
Is he karaoke? I hardly think it'd be him.
Okay, hang on. Let me see what his email address is. We'll see.
So we think
we'll see
if
he's
Fox
got an
now.
Aussie.
See, it's amazing. I mean, next thing you'll be saying it's semi-pro again. But does anybody really care? I don't care. I just hope I get them first round in the Cowboy. I don't care who it is.
So I can't tell you guys his email address, but I can tell you that he's a German.
Well, it's not Boris. Boris is not that daft. But again, a German. I mean, I'll tell you who that is. No, not Tough 9. That's Sharky 9. That's who it could be. It could be Sharky 9, although I have to say I'd be very surprised if he'd create a second account or change his name or whatever. But it could be Sharky 9, who was here for a little while and has disappeared. He might have tried to reincarnate himself.
Yeah, because this player's a new player as of May 3rd.
Aye.
So he's...
Aye. Yeah, well, that's another point here. Pigs just said there about Tommy. He threatened to delete his account or quit his account, so it could be Tommy. So
and there's absolutely zero recorded activity, so he hasn't played online at all.
Yeah, that's never a good sign when it's just an account that's sitting there dead.
Well, that's why I kicked him out of the tournament, but he signed back up a minute later, so he had to be on the stream.
Yeah.
Because I said I was kicking him out, and Cobra's like, "Why are you doing that?" You know.
That seems strange.
The guy had to be on the stream.
So we're all agreed then it's Cobra who's got a German flag under a different profile then. So that's who it is. let's just stir the pot a bit more. Why don't we? Right, that's enough of that. I'm off. Right, thanks to your company, Steve. Look out for those streams over the next few days, chaps. They'll be well worth a look. If you can't be there, they'll be on the playlist. I will bid you good night. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you all later.
Yep. Good night.
Have a good evening.